This is Riviera's 5400 Platinum Edition. Now this fits in the range between their 6000, which is a 60 footer, and then they've also got a 4600 down there. So this obviously sits right in the middle of that, which is rather good. In fact, we've got tours on this and on that on the channel, so if you want to see what those look like, you can have a look. Now the reason I want to show you this is not because it's brand new. In fact, it's been out for I think 3 or 4 years, but because it's such an incredibly popular boat. This one we checked is hull number 155, just to give you an idea. Actually, consider the price of these, that is some pretty serious numbers. We've got a high-low platform here, and we've got a garage. This garage will take about a 3.2 metre rib, and these fellas here are the same as this, and it means you can slot them in around here and use this as another area. So for a bit of fishing, or you know, kids are playing, if you want to come and lean on the rail and watch, that kind of thing, it's absolutely ideal for. If we head on up here, now this is the Platinum Edition, so this is like the luxury boats. They've got the SUVs, which are very, very practical. These are still practical, but are designed to give you a little bit more comfort, a little bit more luxury. So you've got the sunbathing here, for example, and there's a lovely gloss table underneath. Obviously, you take that cushion off, but you can power that down, infill that, make that into a sunbathing area. You've got seating across here. You've got quite some barbecue going on over here. They made these boats in Australia, by the way. I don't know why that suddenly sprung to my mind. Fridge underneath here, ice maker underneath here. We've got the sink as well. And then we've got the sliding door, and we've got the lift window. Now this is what I mean about practical thinking. So you can see there's a gas strut that'll hold that up, but there's also a securing section there. So if you're out at sea and you're bouncing around, you want to make sure that's stayed where you put it, that will do that. There's a sliding roof section here, so this will actually open out, get you a bit more light and air into here, and obviously if you're using this for sunbathing, that would make a certain amount of sense. And then you've got these sections here, these clear sections, so you can shelter this area. And in fact, if we come back here, you'll see there's a track here, so you can slide canopies in all the way around here and completely enclose this. Okay, let's wander on. Fridges is a bit of a theme. I mentioned there was a fridge down here, but there's also a wine cooler here, refrigeration here, refrigeration around here, another fridge down here. So you're not going thirsty on this boat, that's for sure. I want to show you this, because this is the owner's manual, and it is properly comprehensive. You don't normally see owner's manuals to quite this standard, because in here you've even got complete wiring diagrams, plumbing diagrams. These are designed so that when this boat is 20 years old and someone's trying to figure out where they're switching or the fuse is or something, they can refer to this, and it really is a very, very comprehensive documentation of the whole boat. What's quite clever is the fact that, well, first of all, you also get a USB with it, which has all of this on there, so you can have it on your laptop, but also this one here then is a quick guide. So this is just for, I just want to check, for example, what to do on arrival at the dock, or retrieving the tender, or seacocks, or Wi-Fi connection. It's a quick reference guide, so you don't have to plough through this every single time. We've got C-Zone on here, so this is configuring the whole boat, and if I can get so that we don't get a big reflection on it, there we go. You can see we can go into, well, you've got lighting along here, and you can set it up for dock unattended, entertaining, sleep time, and it configures the lights appropriately. We can go into different menu settings then on this. We can go into monitoring, for example. So everything is switched and monitored through that. We've got storage along here. Nice indoor seating area. This all feels lovely and open around here. This works well. Big galley area. They designed these boats for people who want to spend some serious time on board, and that's where you get all that refrigeration. You get some nice cooking equipment. If we have a look over here, we'll find the hob. Sink is under here. I want to show you this because underneath here is a bin that you can take out, go and empty it, wash it out. But they've even put a drain underneath there, so if you need to hose that out because something slipped down the side, then you can do. It's all proper practical thinking. And then you've got things down here like, for example, your cutlery drawer is here. These are all soft close. Crockery is in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. And you can see how these are all configured to keep everything in place when you're out and running. There we go. Very nice. Like this lighting they put in around here. And then up here, this is brilliant. This is a little breakfast bar area. Again, it's all just about comfortable living, to be able to sit there every morning, look out across the back of the boat. Imagine you're at anchor and you've got a wonderful view out across the water. That's a lovely place to find yourself in the morning. So there's a big sliding roof up above us. This opens obviously so that you can again open this area out, but also what you can do with this is slide across bug screen that goes all the way across, or you might want to just simply have a night blind, and that then is that one. And I like this little zone they put up next to the helm. So it's a central helm position, very commanding. Bear in mind that these boats will be owner operated. You won't get crew on a boat like this. In fact, there isn't even a crew cabin, just simply because it's not that sort of boat. It's designed for people who want to run a boat themselves, or their family or their friends. But this means everyone can be together. When you're underway, you can sit here. You've got a very commanding position because you're on the centre line, but people can be up with you, enjoying the ride, having a chat. That's a good place to be. It's a tilt adjustable wheel, so if you think that's a bit upright, not a problem. We can change that for you, sir. There we are, or madam. Again, we've got the C-zone control on here. This particular boat has got the Seakeeper stabiliser, and that's what that one there is for. And we've got the multifunction display, so at the minute we've got charts on one side, we've got engine instrumentation on the other. And you've got control for those from here, so you don't have to keep lunging over the steering wheel to change anything. You can do it all from here. Throttle controls and IPS joystick, because she's got IPS drives. They've made all of these areas, like a high traffic area is done with this composite floor. So it's easy to clean and it's hard wearing. So if you're coming down here, for example, to come and use the loo, you've got kids who've been in swimming, they're all wet, then this takes them all the way into here without any carpet. And that is the dayheads. Very good size. We've got a hatch up ahead, a translucent hatch. You can open that if you want to, and again you've got screens that come across it. Big shower there. So this is then shared at night by cabins 2 and 3. So VIP cabin is up here in the bow, lovely size. Again, you've got the overhead hatch, so a lot of light through here and also air. Now this has got the high gloss walnut woodwork. There are different choices on this, so if you wanted to have a lighter oak, or if you wanted to have a satin finish, then you can have it. I think there's a cherry option as well. Storage there, storage here, and this is the ensuite door into that heads that we just saw. So at night that can be an ensuite. We've got drawers down underneath the bed. We've got more storage on that side. AV equipment. It is a boat, as I keep saying, designed to be used. What I like is there's a lot of fabric paneling in here as well, so your high gloss walnut looks great, but it's not overwhelming because it's just done in sections. It's not masses of it everywhere. But as I say, if you want something with more of a satin finish, or you want a different colour, lighter colour, whatever, you can have it. Cabin 3, bunk beds in this one. Again with the overhead hatch for light and air. Again AV equipment. Again storage. So big hanging locker in there. You've got drawers down underneath it as well. It's a decent third cabin. Access traps everywhere. Again, practical thinking. That's taking us down to the water tank, for example. And if we come back again, so when you go into the cabins, you're going into then the nice soft wool carpeting, where you like to be wandering around, wanting to get a bit more cosy. I'm closing that because I want to show you this, which is the washer dryer, and you're going to say, well, that's helpful, how do you get to it now? Well, you just slide the door away like that. There we go. Even more storage. It is just everywhere on here. They've just tucked it away. You can never have too much of that on a boat. There we go. Nice cabin. Load of headroom. Look at this. This is where I say I'm about 6'1", 6'2". It keeps changing. I keep forgetting what I said last time. But yeah, you're not short of headroom in here. Little tiny bit of flicker. There we go. I say it's not happening in real life. That's just the GoPro messing about. You've got whole windows here. We've got the blinds down at the minute. And then we've got hanging locker in there. And again, not going to open it all, but just to give you a quick flavour, shelving, drawers, etc. A nice little chaise lounge or chaise lounge, depending on how you pronounce it. You see these little traps are everywhere, so the stuff that you need to get to It's get out of ball. That, I think I'm right in saying, with some confidence, is a bilge pump. So if you had a problem with that, you can reach it. TV recessed into here. Load of storage down here. This has its own separate ensuite. If you've paid for this boat, you deserve your own ensuite, and this is it. Big shower area in here. That, of course, closes off. That's what that door there is for. Heads, basin, storage, mirror wave, storage, etc. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Good. Let's press on a bit further. Still plenty to see. I want to show you the engines. I also want to show you around the decks. You see what I mean about how they put the light panels in like this, and then you get sections like this? I think that works really well. You know what that was going to be before I even opened it, didn't you? Good. That is the interior. Let's go and have a wander around the outside, and I'll show you the engines. In fact, while there's nobody here, I'm going to show you the engines just in case. They are doing a nice job of keeping people off while I show you, but I'm always a bit wary when we open these in case somebody wanders on. So while it's quiet, let's pop down and then we'll finish off on the foredeck in a minute. So if we wander down here, we will discover actually quite a decent engine room. Considering the size of the boat, we've actually got standing headroom here. It's not a given. You have got these which are a little bit lower, but that's pretty decent engine space. And then these are the engines, the Volvo Penta IPS 950s in this one. So you've got the IPS drive you can see down at the back. These are 725 horsepower each. They're giving the boat about a mid 30 knot top end. It'll cruise at about just under 30 knots. As ever, drop the speed right back to the basic speeds, you'll get some mega range, and in this case you're looking at about 1500 miles at about 5.5 knots. You can see the IPS drives are actually, in fact you can't quite see them, but they're right back there. So normally the engines are right next to the drives. On this one they've brought the engines forward using these jack shafts, and that is to move the weight further forward to give you better weight distribution. Put the engines in the middle, the boat will plane better at lower speeds because it's more balanced. It's as simple as that. Generator lives down here as well, and that is the garage, or the front of the garage. You can see it's shaped for the tender to come right up into there. And in fact what's quite clever is the fact that you can see a ladder over there, and that is from that hatch over there, so you can get to those rear areas like the IPS drives. And that one there, let's drop that down. There we go. Didn't lose anyone down it, so that's good. That one then actually takes you into that tender garage, so if you just want to drop fenders or ropes or whatever in, you can drop them straight into there. And that's the hatch that takes you to the back end of the engine room, and there's another one over here, so that, in fact I will show you. There we go, that is those IPS drives. You might have looked at that and thought, well, how the hell do you get to them? Well, that's how the hell you get to them, straight down there. And this one's got a Glendinning system on, that's excellent. So that means that your shore power cable, you hit a button and it powers it in and coils it up for you, which makes life an awful lot easier. That is an excellent thing to find. You don't normally find it on this size of boat. Very pleasing. Okay, well, let's have a wander around the deck. Love these illuminated badges on the side. We've got the sort of silver grey metallic finish at the top here that they do on all of these. It looks really smart, and you'll see that sliding roof section. If I step up here, there it is. Big glass panel slides back, as you can see, into that recess there. Radar, antenna, nav lights, horns, all that kind of stuff all tucked away on top, and that one at the front there is a searchlight. There. Decent wide side decks, decent high rails, decent thick gauge. It's a decent boat, these. You can see you've got extra cleats about the place as well. Cabana here, so that if you want to lie here reading your book and have a bit of shade, you can do. This, of course, drops flat when you're underway, and so do these drop flat as well, because obviously you wouldn't get a very good view from the helm with that up. That's not the idea at all. You use that when you're at anchor. If you come right up to the front, we've got anchor locker in here. We've got an ultra anchor, always the sign of a serious boater. And we've got that, sir, is not standard equipment. I asked him about that. The reason that's there is because this is a through area here. It's a boat show. The boats aren't normally here, so they want to make absolutely sure that people are aware of this as they come through. I think they're very wise. Look how they've put these stainless steel rubbing rails on here so that as your warps go off, they're not chafing on the gel coat. And if we come down this side, you can see extra cleats here, spring cleats these are, extra cleats back here. It's all very good. What's in here? Oh, try that again. There we go. Diesel fillers. Oh, diesel and water, in fact. Don't mess them up. Okay. Let's come all the way back to the cockpit. Just going to point out that we've got the IPS docking station here and on this side. Again, owner-operator boat, you want to be able to handle this from wherever you are. So if you're reversing into a dock, you want to be back here, able to control it, and that allows you to do it. Superb. There we go. Right, I'm going to wander back in because I want to sit at this fabulous helm seat. I'm going to park myself here. I'm going to say massive thanks to Riviera Motor Yachts for looking after me lovely and stopped everybody coming on the boat while I showed it to you in the middle of a busy boat show. So thanks, guys, for that. Let me know what you think of this one, but that, as I say, it's one of the most popular models, and I think you can probably see why. We'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.